So today is the day 2 of my communication skill practice. Yes, I do practice on a regular basis. That is what I have taken an oath, because end of the day, if you want to improve your communication and English speaking skills, you have to practice. So in a same way, I am little weak in my communication and English speaking, because I belong from some like tier 3 city, and right now I'm in Delhi. So in Delhi or in tier 1 cities, speaking in English is very important if you want to grow in your personal life, professional lives, and whatever the lives you would say. Okay, so basically in this video I will talk about the biggest news that is happened around the world in the first part, and in the second part I will talk about what are the things which I have done to improve my communication and English speaking skills. Let's get started with the some biggest news. So recently Donald Trump was in the G7 summit in Canada, and most of the other leader also there in G7, but Donald Trump suddenly left the summit and they went to the White House, and they told to the media or some another president, because some other president has asked him, why are you going, what's the urgent work? So they told us that it's very important, I have to go. So I'm thinking in my mind, because Donald Trump also has tweeted, also had written on the Truth social media platform that the Iran supreme leader or Iran president life is in danger. Alayutta Ali Khamenei, his name is Alayutta Ali Khamenei. So his life is in danger because Israel president has just given him a warning that we want to kill that guy, because of him the terrorism and the Iran other countries are basically attacking to the Israel. So Israel president is very aggressive and he want to kill to the Iran president. And you also know that war is going on between Iran and Israel. So Israel just want one thing, is that he want to kill the president of Iran, Alayutta Ali Khamenei, or he also has killed some of the military head. Yes, first person has been killed, and another person has been appointed in the Iran of the military in a military post, senior military post. So Israel again killed that guy. Okay, so basically he want that his government will not run in Iran, and he want to kill that president. So this is the first biggest news. And the second biggest news is that Mr. Modi, respected Prime Minister Narendra Modi, is also in the G7 summit in Canada, but he is not or India is not a part of G7. And the criteria to become a member of the G7 is the first countries must have a democracy. So China cannot be the part of a G7. It's been a biggest economy in the world, but they cannot become a member of a G7 because the first criteria comes in like they must have a democracy. But China didn't have that. But India have, and India also is the 4th largest economy in the world. So there is a possibility that in the future year India can become a member of the G7, and now it will expand it from the G7 to the G8. So that is what I'm thinking in my mind, and that is what I have heard in the news. And the third news is that is regarding the rare earth minerals. You know, China has recently put a curb on export of the rare earth mineral. Rare earth mineral are very important for the electronic product and for the automobile, or for the automobile, for car manufacturing. These are very important parts, very important parts that is required to make a electronic product and to make a car and any electric car or normal car. So China has put a curb. So because of this, Indian companies facing a lot of problems, and basically in the upcoming future the supply of the product, yani supply of the car and the electronic product that require rare earth mineral will be decrease day by day, because they don't have the parts, so they cannot prepare that product. End of the day, the price of that product, final product will increase, because there is no supply. And you know that it's a basic economic fund of the economics, that if there is a supply and lack of supply and demand is continue, then the price definitely will increase. So that is what. But Indian government is trying their best to communicate with the Chinese government or the Chinese commerce ministers, so they have keep in touch and they are talking. But the right now any result has not come. China utilizing this power, because China control 60% of the I would say 60% of the refinery, I would say, and 70 to 90% of the mining part, something like that. And to set up this kind of industry it take time. So China know already know that thing in the past, that in the future electric car will run, and for the electric car these minerals is very important. So China building these minings, these refinery from the last 2 or 3 decades, from the last like 20 2 or 3 decades, 20 or 30 year back. That is why now they have a power, they control 90% of the mining or refining in rare earth mineral. And you know that if they have a monopoly, so they can just they can just take advantage of it. Okay, and that is what about the world biggest news. Now let's come to my personal learning. What are the things that I am learning right now, and what are the things that I have learned? So basically I'm reading right now a book called the Kautilya Arthashastra, in which the book has been written by the Chanakya, and they told how the king has to run his kingdom. So in that book it has written all the things that we see in our Indian government. Like Chanak already has suggested that each department has some superintendent. Like currently we have a ministers, and they has to manage and check all the information, and they has to report to the king. That means they has to report to the Prime Minister Modi. So all the things that we see in the Indian government is already written in the Kautilya Chanakya. And if you want to be to take a knowledge about the politics, about the kingdom, how kingdom work, what are the rules should be there, what are the fines should be there, and if somebody has done something wrong, so how we can punish them. So all the thing has been mentioned in the Kautilya Chanakya book. Okay, Arthashastra Kautilya, in which they has written about the economy, about the laws, about the management, everything. So you will learn a lot of things. And if you want to do a business or something like that, so you can read that book, because it's very useful actually. So that is what I'm reading actually. And also I'm taking a course on Adobe Illustrator. Right now I'm a video editor by profession, but I want to basically become expert in that. So I am lacking little bit in the graphic designing part. So I thought, let's learn graphic designing. So I am thinking, basically I'm currently learning Adobe Illustrator, because I know I have to become expert in these 4 or 5 software if I want to be a big top 1% in that skills. So Premiere Pro, After Effects, Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, and Audition, because the voice is also important in video. So how to edit that voice is also important. Okay, so basically I'm learning Adobe Illustrator, and after completing that basic and advanced level, I will move to the Photoshop. I know Photoshop's basics, but I don't know the advance of the Photoshop. So I will learn that also. So then when I become an expert in all 4 the software, so then I can create a tutorial also. Like whatever the things I have learned, I can teach to another person, so they can also learn from that. Because something I have learned from the YouTube for free, and some are the courses that I have taken. Because in YouTube, I know that everything is free and you will find everything. But to search the great kind of content is very important, and you will in a YouTube you will not get the whole playlist actually. If they provided you the playlist, so all the topics will not be there, because they want to make money. So they are just giving you the slice so that you buy their course and learn from that course actually. Okay, and so that is what all about. So I'm learning a graphic designing. Okay, and the third thing is that I'm doing a job. So basically I go to library in the morning 9 a.m. and just came back to my home around 9:30 or 10 p.m. But in the middle I actually take a break. Obviously you have to take a break. So I just came to my room around 1 p.m. in the afternoon to have my lunch, and at around 6:30 I just go for the park for running, because I know that running is very important. Like if you want to do something big in your life, and if you want to do some greatness in your life, you have to focus on your mental health and physical health. Very important actually. People are not focusing like they are not focusing and giving a time for their mental and physical health. Both are very important, because if your health is not fine, you cannot do great in your life, because end of the day you have to do all the things in a disciplined way, and the disciplines comes when you take care of your mental health and physical health. So do running, go to gym, do workout, push-ups, whatever you are interested in and whatever you like, do that, but you have to do a physical workout, which is very important. And let's talk about the mental. So mental in mental for the mental health, healthy mental health, you can do basically meditation, or yes, I know, or you can do little bit about yoga. Meditation and yoga is very, very powerful when it comes to a mental health. Okay, so if you want to improve your mental health, you have to do these things: do yoga, do meditation, or focus on your work. Yes, do your work with the full honesty, and when you decide a proper time for doing a meditation, exercise and yoga, and do that on a regular basis, because discipline is the only way from where you can get a great success in your life. So if you want to achieve a greatness, you have to be a disciplined. How you can become a discipline? By doing these kind of physical fitness and mental fitness. So that's all from my side, and we will meet in the next video. Till then, have a nice day, and we will meet from tomorrow for day 3 of my communication and English speaking practice. Okay, so have a nice day. Bye bye. Namaskar.